this is Rachel DesRochers, your host of Kitchen Convos, and I am super excited to be at Karrikin Spirits here in Fairfax, Ohio, with, holy crap, look at this lineup. This is maybe our biggest kitchen convo in quite some time. But I love all of these guys, and so I'm happy to be here. If you hear whiz bang boops in the back, that is because this is like certifiable construction zone right now happening. Whiz
Bang and boop.
right?
Yeah.
That's a good. So Eric, Mike, and Jeff, and you've got a whole other team of men who have kind of partnered here in getting this place open. But what is Karrikin Spirits? Am I jumping right in? Yeah, let's jump in.
What are we doing?
Who are you?
Me?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
start. Mike.
Okay.
Mike, who are you? Where did you come from?
My name is Mike Florea. I was an operator at Maribel's Eat Plus Drink at Oakley. We made food and beverage, eat and drink.
Deliciousness.
And here we're going to be doing drink and eat.
Oh.
Fancy.
Focus on the beverage side.
Jeff.
Yeah, I'm Jeff Hunt. I was a founder of Mad Tree, and I had this thing where, Mad Tree is about flavors, and I love flavors and wanted to go even further into flavors, and spirits was kind of the next thing.
Awesome.
I loved beer back in the day, and I still love it, but my horizons have broadened, and I love to drink spirits, and so started that idea several years ago and started connecting with people that I thought might actually round out a team of good industry leaders, and
That's awesome.
We're sitting here right now.
Yeah. Eric. Last but not least.
My name's Eric Baumann, and I was formerly the vice president of brewing for Christian Moorline, Hudipole, Shaneling. And before that, I had a pretty good stint at Oscar Blues Brewery, originally out of Colorado. Also built the brewery in North Carolina with them. And then being a Cincinnati native, wanted to come back home. That's how I ended up at Christian Moorline. And then, Jeff, the visionary of this project, reached out to me to be a part of it, and just happy to be here.
That's awesome. And you've got a few more guys that have partnered to make this happen, right? Yes.
There's four more people, four more guys. We got Mike Powell, Dan Huber, Jeff Reichard, and John Pattison. All four of those guys are leaders in really what they do as well.
Dan Huber's my godfather, and I've known him my entire life. And he's not only been a great mentor for me, but he owns several businesses. He's been a leader in the woodworking and construction industry for most of his career. Same way with Jeff Reichard. He is in the construction industry. I've known him a few years through Mad Tree stuff, but he does quality work. Both of them do quality construction work, and then John Pattison is a leader in the kind of creative design industry. I started working with him during the Mad Tree project, and he's doing phenomenal stuff with us for this. And then Mike Powell, he came from Panera. He was the VP of operations. He ran their logistics, their
so you guys got some real small players here, just to like throw this thing together real quick.
And yeah, I mean, as this project started to gel, people started to come in through it, and we really got a great team that hits all aspects and allows us to focus on our silos and make incredible products.
That's awesome. So can you guys tell me what each one of your roles are in this?
I'm focusing mostly on sales.
Okay.
Which obviously would be sales / distribution, but I'm also kind of overseeing the restaurant side of things to a certain extent. Obviously we hired, Jared Bennett and Chris Brown and Melissa Schneider. They will be kind of heading all that up from general manager to chef to bar manager. So kind of handing that to them and letting them kind of take that and treat it as their own. And then I'll mostly be focusing on sales and stuff.
How does that feel for you to shift your role so drastically?
It's a good nervous, it's good to, I think, to take yourself out of a comfort zone. I mean, is a good thing. And,
Yeah.
And it's kind of what the Karrikin. It's kind of new beginnings for all of us.
Okay.
These guys with a beer background doing spirits. It's just a new growth for each and every one of us. So, I mean, even with the resumes that he just rattled off with the other 4 guys, this is all new for everybody. So I'm excited about it. Like I said, there's the good nerves, but you gotta leap.
Yeah, and just to hit on that, he said new beginnings a lot. Karrikin is an element that it binds to dormant seeds after a forest fire and tells those seeds to grow. So what we're about is that new growth. And I think that kind of like charred wood aspect also lends to spirits. I mean, we will be doing whiskeys and also brandies and rums and mezcal and stuff like that will get aged in barrels. So I think that wood and new growth stuff really plays into it.
I love that. And Jeff, what's your role here?
So Eric and I will be tag teaming production.
Great.
So we'll both be working on the spirits program and really the beverage program as a whole. We're a spirits company first and foremost, but overall, we're going to be making everything.
Yeah.
Everything will be done in-house, from beer to sodas or pop, if you will.
I like soda.
I like pop.
A lot of people in Cincinnati like pop.
Yeah, I'm a soda lady.
But yeah, we're going to...
Just rolls off the...
Beer, soda, cider, spirits, and we're going to be doing hard sodas as well.
That's all. I'm pumped.
Yeah. I really want to hit that.
All the beverages.
Which, if you notice, there's quite a lineup in front of us. Mm-hmm. So bottles look awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think this one will be my friend. I'm a mezcal lady. You want to talk about this lineup that you guys are working on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously these are all starting young with the clear aspect of it, and then getting stuff into barrels. Base will probably be our number one use as far as the hard sodas and stuff go. But the idea is that they will all spend time in some sodas somewhere along the way.
Yeah, we wanted to approach this like from the craft perspective. We're not a single silo. We're only going to make whiskeys. A lot of people have said, well, what are you going to make? And it's like, well, we're a craft distillery. We're going to make everything. We're going to make everything that has flavor. We're going to play with that. We're going to stretch boundaries. We're going to cross over between things. And really, we want to make things that are flavorful. So, maybe a brandy that we make won't be strictly just brandy. Or, we'll do a origin that has really heavy orange and vanilla notes. And it has some juniper in there, but it's not that piney gin that you're used to. So that's kind of like the basis for this spread of products.
Yeah, and if you kind of look at the labels, we're showcasing the ingredients, which is something you don't really see a lot in the spirits world. So that's really important to us as a craft distillery, because we're actually bringing all the raw materials in-house and producing the liquor from that. We're not seeking to get liquor from anywhere else. We're producing it pretty much grain to glass here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Grain to glass.
That's fairly unique for a craft distillery.
You just dropped it like it was hot.
I think it's pretty unique for a craft distillery right now to be doing that, because it takes a lot of time to age, and a lot of craft distilleries are trying to do whiskey, but a lot of the whiskey that they're making is actually being bought from other sources. So for us to be doing everything from grain to glass, and there's a lot of distilleries too that are buying grain neutral spirits, blending it with water, calling it their own vodka, or running it through a gin basket and calling that their own. But like Eric said, I mean, everything is done in-house.
I think we see that, though, even with the food side of things, and you've seen firsthand the local, if we say, I really love the word regional, but we are craving that as consumers, right? I mean, we want to know the story of what we're consuming. For you guys, it gives you a whole new platform to tell your story, to reach people in a new way. It's not just another thing, it's this whole house, which I think is really an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And, honestly, craft liquor is kind of emerging, and it kind of like 10 years ago in the beer industry, if you told people I make IPA, nobody could tell you what an IPA was, what hops were in it, or anything.
Yeah.
Now, if you say IPA, people are asking what kind of hops are in it. Is it Amarillo, Citra? They're calling out hops like they're a brewer.
Yeah.
And I can see the parallels. It's going to happen in the craft distilling world where someone's going to ask you, how did you make your vodka? What's in your vodka? Is it barley? Is it corn? They'll be asking specific questions.
Yeah.
The consumer will come around.
So we're here too, and it's like major construction zone out there. When we're going to show you some of the behind the scenes and what's happening, will restaurant like come in, sit down, be waited on situation? Is that?
It'll be a mix of the experience that people are used to from like tap rooms. There will be that high energy area that you walk into. But there will definitely be a more quiet, relaxing area that people could come in, dine. And then there's also a lounge area, so it'll be like couches and stuff that people can chill at and
drink.
Do bottle service and
yeah, we really wanted that blend of like you said, that energy that you come into and that experience that you come in and get tasters and you can really experience the beverage side of things, but then go and relax and experience.
It seems like you're taking because there's so many masterminds behind this, everybody's saying this is the best thing that I've experienced. This is the best thing. And then like you're just bringing it all together under one roof.
I mean, that's the idea. Some of us have multiple ideas of what the best is. So that stirs stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I would say that would be the only. We overthink a lot of stuff because of that. I think overall that's going to bring out a great experience product across the board is the idea.
Why Fairfax? I mean, really, right? Is it? Of course
It's mainliner. We wanted to be
nailed it. Yeah. That's it. I don't need a more explanation. Great. Okay, next.
This is one of the first buildings we looked at.
Yeah.
Then we ended up shopping around to other buildings and looking at other stuff, and kind of came full circle to this. What we really like about this spot is it's basically 10 minutes from a lot of neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at location and then how do we get our production done, and we needed a large space. This is over 30,000 square feet of space. And when we are planning the production aspect out and said, here's what we want to become, 30,000 was kind of like a good number for us to be able to hit that production goal.
Yeah.
But also, like Mike was saying, be in the location where we can draw people in and have a good base for people to experience our brand.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's central for distribution as well.
No, I love it. I think it's fun too to you're meeting in this middle ground. It's not out in the burbs where a lot of things are happening right now and a lot of things are opening. And downtown is great. It's really nice that there's something outside of that area where it is getting compressed, right? There's a lot happening down there. It's hard to choose.
Yeah.
And Frisch's.
We're literally Frisch's.
Coke is back, so.
I was about to say,
yeah.
I'm a vanilla root beer guy.
Oh, I've never had a vanilla root beer.
Do that.
Which spirit would you put in that vanilla root beer?
Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah. Rum.
Yeah, sugar's going to be an awesome rum. The way that we're kind of building that profile up, it'll have a lot of earthy notes to it, but it'll also have this creaminess, and it'll be a very smooth and
for you beer guys, how is it working in this realm?
I think it's the final step. If you look at the process of making beer, the next step's making liquor. So essentially, in the process, we're making a beer, wash that's usually around 8 to 12% alcohol, and it's a beer without hops, and then we put it into the still and evaporate that liquor. So
there you have it, folks.
Yeah, just taking the same process. And
a lot of art goes into the actual fermentation and the creation of the alcohol. And that's where you get a lot of the flavors.
Yeah, I think some people are like, how are beer guys going to make spirits?
Yeah.
And I think that the first step to making a spirit, like Eric said, is making a beer. So for us to have that expertise in that already is great. And then once you get to the still side, it's actually more of an engineering piece to it. You have molecular science where you have different flavor profiles will settle out in your still column, and you'll be able to strip alcohol out. It's engineering piece to do that. So we actually bought a still from Vendome. They're kind of the premier U.S. manufacturer of stills, and we kind of designed it with them to say, we want to make everything out of it. We want to be able to make rum, tequila, vodka, whiskey, whatever we want. So it's a pretty unique still, and it's very large for what we're doing, but it allows us that flexibility to
make multiple huge. I mean, that's a large product line you guys are running out of the gate with.
Yeah, and I think that it's.
Did you capture that sigh? Yeah.
It's pushing the envelope for sure. But that's the whole point of all this.
Yeah.
The idea, to push out a lot of product and be able to, there's different categories that we can get into restaurants with, and in the general public, and then also stock our own bar here with hopefully everything. That
right. So you can come drink it, take it home.
Yep.
Pick it up at stores.
Yeah, you get a cocktail. You get, you can get, in every aspect of that'll be if we're gonna make cola.
Yeah.
So a rum and cola will be all Karrikin. The cola will be Karrikin. Which is I think pretty cool.
And I'm so excited.
Advantage we have is people can come in, and if it's something they like, they can buy a bottle here and take it home.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
There might be stuff that's just exclusive to buy to this tap room.
Yes, because you have to.
Down the road, we want to do kind of like how everybody does those limited IPA releases where people show up at 1 a.m. and we'll be doing that with our liquors. One and done kind of series.
I love that. What are you guys most excited for? Just getting the doors open at this rate?
We're at the tipping point of it being downhill and just going. It's right there. So I'm ready to.
So when you guys see this behind the scenes look, we're 6 to 7 weeks out of when their slotted guest open date is, and of course anybody who's opened anything, I'm sure they started with in October, and then it goes to November, and now we're looking at December. But I think it's so cool because people walking through, you go, yeah, right, they're not going to be done in 6 weeks, and then overnight it just feels like the string gets pulled and everything's cleaned and there's pretty chairs like this to sit on, so that's really, it's magical. So it'll be fun to show people today kind of just what it really looks like in here 6 weeks before you guys are scheduled to open.
Production side's pretty squared away.
Yeah.
And the restaurant side's right behind that, but it's at the point where every day it looks different, which is awesome.
Yeah.
To get that ball rolling, there's, the amount of work that's just in the ground with drains and stuff is unbelievable. And that was really what took the longest, I would say, overall.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, getting the base work, like the drains in place, and then getting the production stuff in place, because in order to open as a restaurant with spirits from Karrikin, we have to actually make the spirits first. And so it was just this big push to get production done. And now the restaurant side is scrunched into... Yeah. But we have a lot of space, and we have a lot of trades in here at once, so you'll see 20, 30 people out there working on stuff.
Yeah. Instead
of just having a small restaurant where you're trying to get 5 to 8 guys and you're working on one thing at a time, we have everybody in working on their stuff. Yeah. So it'll happen fast, like you said.
That's so cool. I'm really excited. It just seems like such an incredible group of people too, being in this realm of food and seeing how our region is expanding. But there's just a lot of great guys around the table here to make something that's brand new, has a lot of heart and soul. I'm pumped.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready.
It is. Right now, the patience of the waiting game, which we just did with our kitchens in Dayton. It's we're opening in August, September, October. So lovely.
Yeah.
But once you're open, that exhale is really, really fantastic.
Licensing specifically with spirits, doing the health department and all that stuff, that's easy compared to the state licensing for selling spirits.
Yeah.
They still hold on to some of that prohibition stuff. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
I'm not to the extreme, but they're still selfish with it.
It's
sure, absolutely, yeah.
There's just things out of your control, and you just put the paperwork in. And
we'll be back to you within the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep calling every day and.
Yeah.
But the state of Ohio has done some really good things as far as liquor goes.
Yep.
For instance, before maybe about a year or so ago, you could only have a tasting room. So you could only come in, just same as in Kentucky when you go to the distilleries, you come in, you could have X amount of ounces, and then you could buy your bottles to go, but that was it. And so they pushed through legislation that allows, distilleries to have same permits that breweries do, where you can have a bar and full restaurant on site with your same license. So that was a new opportunity for us, and we saw that. And a similar thing happened in beer here in Cincinnati, or Ohio, 5 years ago or so. Before breweries could only have tasting rooms, and they changed that. So, and now also, we can self-distribute our own liquor,
That's
which is
huge.
big. So, for all the paperwork and stuff, Ohio's done a lot of stuff to help out with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and everybody has growing pains. I mean, Ohio, like you said, just kind of made these changes, and they're trying to figure it out and make it better. And I mean, even just the state liquor stores that they manage, they're trying to improve and streamline those processes and ensure that, there's a lot of good positivity around Ohio-based spirits in general here in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I think that's super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has grown a lot in a year. I didn't want to.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I think it's interesting too, because that's just part of the process that you guys have been that's firsthand real life experience, right?
Yeah.
And that it's not this like, hey, we're going to open a distillery. I mean, how many years is this? I mean, I'm sure.
I mean, from actually putting together the team, a little over 2 years.
Right?
But the idea behind that, I mean, several years probably in my head.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
We've been meeting every Monday for the last
2 years.
Yeah, it was like 18 months, and then we've been in here for the last 6, 7.
Yeah, we
full time in here.
Yeah.
So.
We didn't have a building,
Right.
So we were meeting in his basement or my house or someone's porch, and that was our office. And
Maribel's until.
we always dreamed of having an office to be able to do this stuff in. So it's kind of
it's a huge step.
Yeah.
No, I think that's so awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get open and the parties to start. December goal.
Yep.
2018. We're all going to be in here drinking.
Yeah.
All the stuff. Food fight will also be here.
Food fight. Let's talk about food fight really quick, Mike.
I wasn't trying to, but
You should try.
we haven't set a date, but it will be here.
So what is food fight?
Food fight. What is food fight? Food fight is just a group of industry people hanging out and competing food-wise. We do them quarterly-ish. This one is, since the last one has kind of been postponed a while because of this stuff, but
Food fight's a competition style that you started at Maribel's on Monday evenings, and people just come and literally put their name in a hat.
Yeah, so you got to be willing. If you want to judge, you got to be willing to cook. If you want to cook, you got to be willing to judge. Draw names, and it's 3-on-3, and then whoever wins out of each of those rounds competes in the final round.
With crazy ingredients.
Yeah, always some one-off type stuff.
Right.
I mean, it can't be easy. Like, it should be.
True. Okay, fine.
I mean, the idea is to, have messed up ingredients that
challenge you.
Yeah, that challenge you. I mean, if it was just if it was always a whole chicken, like that's easy.
Fine.
Right.
We're also a beverage house. Did I make this up in my own head, or are we talking about like
the food fight competition?
Bar fight
we talked about also like trying to include the bar aspect of it.
Oh, I love that. Like a mixologist off.
Yeah, that's exactly
call it drink fight.
Drink fight.
Drink fight.
Yeah.
Bar fight.
Well, like Jacob does cockfight, right?
Yeah.
Jacob Trevino.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd probably have to be the same.
Yes, he does.
The same night.
Yeah, we'll have a cocktail element.
Jacob does
to
cockfight. We're not trying to steal his idea.
Well, so we'll call it a cocktail element.
Not cockfight. Oh, this is gonna go downhill fast.
I mean, he was doing them. I know he was doing it at Video Archive.
Yeah. There's so much. Our whole region is insanely amazing. Food, drinks, beverage. I mean, this is what's tricky for us in this podcast. I love capturing these conversations, and we are talking to people on all sides of food, drink, not food, drink, people that are home cooks. I mean, we're trying to really expand, but it's good to see things happening, right? And it's so hard because we are doing 10 episodes in a season. So like the list of all the people, we're going to be here for like the next 30 years.
I mean, food and beverage
Maybe
in general
not,
in Cincinnati. I mean, I'm, just like these guys, I was born and raised, and it's unbelievable right now.
Unbelievable.
Like super proud. Like it's cool to be part of it,
Yeah.
know. And I think, even the general public, people that aren't part of it, they appreciate it as well, which is huge.
Well, it gives us something to do again. I mean, really, right? Like, and it's such, I always go back to these are the experiences that really bring people together from all the ways and all the people and all the communities. And it's critical if we're going to create positive change to keep feeding people,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we're really excited about, is to pair off things like the spirits and the food. We want everybody to come in and have a great experience and share the food and everything.
Yeah, and if it's casual and you just want to come in for drinks, if you want to come in and have a formal dinner, whatever that is.
I think our crew's just upset that it's still a construction zone and we can't.
I apologize, guys.
Well, that's the motivating
We're going to redo this one.
That's the motivating factor to our contractors, to get the kitchen ready so you can have food.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I'm sure they're like, yeah, feed me. Had enough for shiz.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, believe me, we're ready. We're ready to go.
You're ready.
Yep.
You guys, what are you grateful for? Jeff?
I'm grateful for the chance to be able to do this with great people that have supported me, been great friends, and I mean, just like they talked about new beginnings and new growth. I think that this is something that's helped me grow as a person, and I'm grateful for all these guys.
It's awesome. Mike?
I'm same. I mean, I've said this to you before. I'm grateful for opportunity. And I'm grateful for the general public and friends and family that support that idea of that opportunity.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Eric, what are you grateful for?
Yeah, I'm definitely grateful for my wife and family and friends that have supported me through the whole process. I've been in the industry for 14 years, and it's a long haul, just like it is being, a chef or cooking and everything, and kind of paying your dues. And grateful to be from Cincinnati and be bringing a business here to the hometown and getting to hire people and provide livelihoods for people.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm grateful to be here and capture this conversation and meet you. Maybe we've met again, but see you guys and hear what's happening and get a behind the scenes look. I'm grateful to bring these conversations and share these incredible stories of all these movers and shakers. That was a WNKU line. The movers, shakers, and tastemakers. Did you guys ever listen to that? I was on it and I played Taylor Swift. That's my only claim to fame, really. Just so excited, and of course grateful for the folks behind the camera who actually work to make this magic happen. Woo! Rachel DesRochers, your host of Kitchen Convos. Can't wait to see you in a couple weeks. We've got to nail that line. Thanks for tuning in. Bloop that.
Let's take a tour.
Let's take a tour.
This is like back of the house where we can shove a lot of stuff and not worry about it. But once we burst into the production area,
Then there's going to be
where the
some
magic is.
Yeah, we might have employee lockers or stuff like that back here, or just general storage,
It's awesome.
back of house kind of stuff.
You said you've got 30,000 square feet here?
Yeah, and we also are sitting on about 5 acres, right?
Wow.
So we have a lot of parking space. We also, in the back here, might want to do events at some point in the back area.
Yeah.
So outdoor events. So, it'd be great to have like a cocktail and booze festival or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe
that.
roast a whole hog or something. I don't know.
Or like 10.
Yeah.
So right now we are behind the scenes of Karrikin before they get open.
So right now you're looking where you just entered into the production space. So this is where I consider the magic to happen. We're looking at a brew house right here that essentially makes, first and foremost, the washes that we use for all of our spirits. It can also crank beer, sodas, ciders, all out of this thing. It's a fairly large brew house overall, and it's semi-automated, but there's still a lot of fun work behind it. You know, it doesn't take the magic out.
Where's the special machine you were telling us about?
The still? Right.
Oh yeah, the still. She's a beaut.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, like I said, it's fairly large for what it is. A lot of stills are, there's two different main types. There's pot still and a continuous column. We have a pot still with a couple columns hanging off of it, and we can kind of mix and match, play between the pot and the two columns to create different spirits. It's the showcase of what we're doing, so you can see it from the bar itself. When people come and sit at the bar, it's going to be right there. When you walk into the door, the entrance to the space, it's going to be right there. It's gorgeous.
So right here is going to be your main entrance. Okay.
Just the high space. It's what we wanted people to walk into as far as like that high energy. And we wanted that similar tap room experience, like I said, where you could come in and taste, get a drink, any of the drinks that we make in-house. But we wanted it to kind of be stepped up a little bit as well. We wanted people to feel like, you know, if they came into this space on a date and a girl's in a dress and high heels, they'll feel comfortable. But if you got off work and you're in your jeans and a t-shirt, you know, you'd feel comfortable walking in here as well.
That's awesome. So give us a quick, Kelly's going to film us, but why don't you walk through? So this will be the main bar here.
You want to start up there?
Yeah, let's start at the entrance.
Let's go.
For a walk.
Here, you want to hold that?
Yeah. Let's go for a walk. Come with me. Oh, okay. Did you guys already walk through this stuff?
Yeah.
We'll look at the front of it. It's pretty. It's pretty. All right. So when you walk into beautiful Karrikin, this is the front entrance.
I can't wait for people to see this, and then a month after it airs, and it's gonna be like, yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. So this is the front entrance. Oh, voila.
Yeah.
And then. So you walk into the bar area.
Major construction zone, but right when you walk in, this is all going to be transformed into a bar. And I love that it's this open concept where people are going to be able to see what you guys are working on, see the beautiful still. Does she have a name?
She. I'm just kidding.
She is it, Rachel.
Right.
She.
You want it Rachel?
Rachel.
You want it to be Rachel?
Yeah, that would be cool. Can you name it after me?
Nah, that wasn't even on the list. Sorry.
Goodness, name. he just wiped it out. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, so you just walk into this big ass bar space. I mean, from the middle of the rafters here will be a chandelier. It's pretty sweet. Soften this a little bit.
Yeah.
But it'll be this open. That's the back bar.
Space over here.
Yeah, so you'll come in. This will be like high tops.
Great.
More of a bar feeling, high energy, those sorts of things. And then under here is a little bit lower seating, so it'll be a bunch of four tops. You guys want to go that way?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go that way. Let's go that way. So yeah, this is going to be more your four tops.
Like the restaurant side.
Yeah, lower seating, sitting like this.
Show us again, Mike, how you'll be sitting. Okay.
This is these are some French doors that'll go out onto the patio.
Great.
So that'll be a whole patio situation with it'll look prettier than that. There'll be a wall, not where the earth just crumbled away. But and then over here is the open kitchen. So there's an open kitchen concept. It'll be and then there's a wood. Whoa. And then there's a wood-burning fireplace that'll have.
I heard you guys were pumped
Yeah, it's awesome to have it. It's awesome to have Jared that's worked with it. I hope that's all picking that up. But yeah, I mean, the whole idea is, and this will also be a kitchen bar, so people will sit right here and look into the kitchen.
And then they've got a wood fire open concept that's already kind of built out over there that you can see.
And then this area is that lounge area I was talking about. So it'll be a lot of couches and chairs, kind of like 5 individual like living room type things. So there'll be a carpet, a squared off little. Yeah, it's called the Easy. Did you guys go up on the brew house or anything?
I didn't go up on it.
Okay, stared at it from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about on the other side? What is that going to be?
The other side is packaging,
Okay.
spirit and keg storage as far as the walk-in, and then barrel and grain storage as well.
Yeah, we'll eventually have to. So yeah, we're gonna do our initial barrel storage here. We'll eventually have to send it off site. But we're gonna start with clear spirits, putting a portion of that away into barrels. I mean, we're a distillery. We have to make some whiskeys. I mean, whiskey's delicious. So we'll be aging some of that, aging some tequila, rum, brandies over in that piece of it.
Process from time, like, I mean, longer better, right?
It depends. I mean, whenever it turns the deliciousness that we want, then we'll pull it out of the barrels. And
Depending on what kind of flavor aspect we want, the longer it's in the barrel, the more vanilla and other oak related and flavors you get. The shorter time, the less. So it just depends on the balance we want to strike. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And what I was gonna say is it's really cool being this close to Kentucky. We're 100 and something miles away. They provide most of the barrels to the U.S. and around the world. So
It is. I think that is so amazing. Like, just this whole region. I mean, there's proof that anything's possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
we are, like you said, we're so close. We can go down and pick up our own barrels. We can go, like, we've already visited several coopers, and so we have that relationship and that ability to, like, even hand select some stuff that we want.
And I'm assuming local ingredients when and where you can get them. Spice bush berries. Spice bush berry.
Yeah, that's in the merge.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be pulling from local ingredients
Yeah.
as much as we can that makes sense for our size of operation.
That's awesome.
And another cool thing about the barrels is one of the coopers that we talked to, they source wood from all sorts of different places. So they can actually pull Ohio oak, bring it down to Kentucky, make the barrels, and then we can bring them back up here. So kind of a cool aspect to use local wood as well.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.